Hello and welcome to this video on what would happen if we dug a hole to the Earth's core. This is a topic that has fascinated scientists and science fiction writers for decades. While we currently don't have the technology to dig a hole all the way to the core, it's still a fascinating thought experiment to explore what would happen if we could. Let's start by understanding the structure of the Earth. The Earth has several layers: the crust, mantle, outer core, and inner core. The crust is the outermost layer that we live on, and it is only about 25 miles thick. The mantle is beneath the crust and is made up of molten rock. The outer core is a layer of liquid iron and nickel, and the inner core is a solid ball of iron and nickel. Now, let's imagine that we have the technology to dig a hole all the way to the Earth's core. The first challenge we would face is the immense heat and pressure. The temperature at the Earth's core is around 10,800 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hotter than the surface of the Sun. The pressure at the core is also extremely high, at around 3.6 million times atmospheric pressure. Assuming we could somehow survive the heat and pressure, we would then face the challenge of getting through the outer core. The outer core is made up of liquid iron and nickel, which would make it difficult to dig through. We would need to find a way to either melt the metal or somehow bypass it. If we could get past the outer core, we would then reach the inner core, which is a solid ball of iron and nickel. The inner core is about 750 miles in diameter, which is roughly the same size as the Moon. It's also incredibly dense, with a density that is about 13 times greater than lead. Assuming we could somehow dig all the way to the core, what would happen? Well, for starters, we would likely experience a lot of seismic activity. The Earth's crust is held together by the pressure and heat from the layers beneath it. If we were to remove a portion of the Earth's crust, it could cause earthquakes and other seismic activity. Another potential consequence would be the release of magma and volcanic activity. As we dig deeper, we would be disturbing the layers of molten rock and magma beneath the Earth's crust. This could potentially trigger volcanic eruptions and other geological events. In conclusion, while the idea of digging a hole all the way to the Earth's core is fascinating, it's not something that is currently possible with our current technology. Even if we could, the heat, pressure, and other challenges would make it a dangerous and difficult task. Nonetheless, it's still an interesting thought experiment to explore the potential consequences of such an endeavor. Subscribe our channel for SMILAR video.